Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're gearing up for your GCSE computer science exams, then you've come to the perfect spot. Today, we're going to crack the code on one of the most important ideas in Python, data types. Nailing this is your first big step towards writing code that actually works. So, let's dive right in.
All right, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. To you and me, the number 100 and the text 100 look identical, but to Python, they're from completely different planets. You can do math with one of them, but not the other. So why is that? Stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll not only know the answer, but you'll get why it's so incredibly crucial for your programming.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll look at why data even needs different languages. Then we'll jump into the world of numbers and the world of text. After that, we'll learn a really cool magic trick called casting, which is how we translate between these worlds. And finally, we'll lock down the key things you absolutely need to remember for your exam.
Right. First up, data's different languages. Think about it like this. You can't just throw a French word into an English sentence and expect it to make sense, right? Well, computers are pretty much the same. They have to know if you're giving them a number to calculate or a piece of text to show on screen. These different categories, they're what we call data types.
We'll start with the one you will probably use the most, numbers. Anytime you're making a game with a score, working at a price, or counting anything at all, you are in the world of numbers. And for your GCSEs, there are two big players you've got to know, integers and reals.
So first up, the integer. Super simple. An integer is just a whole number. It can be positive, it can be negative, but, and this is the important part, it cannot have any decimal places. Just think of things you can count perfectly, like the number of lives in a game or the number of people in a class. That is a job for an integer.
Okay, so how do we actually tell Python something is an integer? Let's look. Imagine a user types in 100. Right now, with those quote marks, it's just text. You can't do math with it. To turn it into a real number, you have to use this int function. And look what happens. The quote marks disappear. That's your signal that Python now sees it as a proper number you can do math with.
Okay, but what happens when you've got numbers with decimal points? Well, in computer science, these are called real numbers. But in Python, and this is the name you need to remember, they're called floats. You'd use a float for anything you measure, like someone's height, the price of a chocolate bar, or the time on a stopwatch.
And check this out, this is where you can really see the difference. It's the same idea as before. We use a function, this time float, to convert text. But look really closely at the result. It's not just 100, it's 100.0. That little 0.0 is everything. It's Python's signal that this is now a float, a number that's ready for decimal places. All right, we've tackled numbers. Let's switch gears and talk about text. This is how a computer handles everything from your name to a password to a whole essay. And for your exam, the one you really need to get your head around is the string. So what exactly is a string? Honestly, it's just about anything you can type, as long as you wrap it in quotation marks. Letters, numbers, symbols, you name it. The second Python sees those quotes, it thinks, okay, this is text. My job is to store it or display it, not to do math on it. So here are the ground rules, and they're super important. You can see we can store a whole sentence in a variable, no problem. But look at that last example. Spam equals 1234. Even though those are digits, those quotes make them text. And this is the absolute key to that puzzle we started with. If you tried to add, say, 1 to that spam variable, your program would just crash. Right, so that begs the question, if a user types in their age and Python sees it as text, how on earth do we do any calculations with it? Well, the answer is this awesome thing called casting. Think of casting as the universal translator for your code. It's the magic that lets you turn text into a number and vice versa. It's how we solve the whole 100 versus 100 problem. And really, that's all there is to it. Casting, and sometimes you'll hear it called typecasting, it's just the official term for switching a variable from one data type to another. It's how we get our different data languages to finally talk to each other. And here's the cool part. It's a simple 3-step process every single time. Step 1, figure out what you've got. For example, when you use the input function, you always get a string. Step 2, decide what you need. Need to do some sums? Then you're going to need an integer or a float. And finally, step 3, just use the right Python function to make the switch. And this is your golden ticket right here. Think of this table as your ultimate revision cheat sheet. It has everything. Want to turn a number into text to print it in a nice sentence? Use strc. Got some text from a user you need to use as a whole number? That's a job for int. And if that text needs to be a decimal number, you got it, that's float. All right, let's bring this all home and really focus on why this all matters for your exam. Look, getting your head around data types isn't some optional extra. It is literally the difference between a program that works perfectly and one that just breaks.
So if you remember nothing else, remember these 4 golden rules. 1, always know what kind of data you're dealing with. 2, and I can't say this enough, the input function always gives you back a string every single time. 3, because of that, you must cast that string to an int or a float before you can do any math. No exceptions. And finally, 4, use the right tool for the job. Counting stuff, integers. Measuring stuff, floats.
And just like that, we've cracked the code. We now know why the number 100 is for math, and the text 100 is for showing on screen. And we know that casting is the bridge that connects their worlds. This isn't just about passing an exam, you know? This is a fundamental building block for anything you want to create with code. So I'll leave you with this thought. Now that you can speak all the different languages of data, what amazing problems are you going to solve?